Maharishi Valmiki describes the beauty of Pampa. At the same time, for Sri Ram, there is no joy in all this. Only the searing heartache of Sita's loss. So Sri Ram is describing the beauty of Pampa to Lakshman. At the same time, he's feeling pain as well. It's a very beautiful sarga. Sri Ram says, look at those crystal clear waters of the Pampa. How the wind smacks the water, creates ripples, and then because of the ripples, the lotuses dash against one another. And he's reminded of Sita. He says, Sita loves the lotuses. Her eyes are just like lotus petals. The wind comes whistling out of the mountain valley. It shakes the trees and then seems to play with the flowers. And when the wind comes with its fragrance, Sri Ram is reminded of Sita. So he says, this wind is just like Sita's breath. But this cool, fragrant wind burns me like fire because it reminds me of Sita. So everything that is joyful is giving him pain. He says, look at the peacocks. Beautiful feathers, shining brilliantly. But of course he'll be dancing. His beloved has not been captured by a Rakshas. And how the peahen comes up to him. If Sita was here, she too would have come up to me.
What role is Lakshman Ji playing here?
Here, Ram is describing all this to Lakshman through these words.
But in general?
In general, see, even now we will see Sri Ram will sink further and further into despair. And it is Lakshman who pulls him out of that. Yes, Sri Ram's character is the ideal, and yes, he is very strong, but even he needs support and help at that time, and which is what Lakshman gives him.
This is probably the weakest point for Sri Ram in the entire story, right?
Sita's loss shook him like nothing else. Yes.
What is spoken about his mind in this phase?
We will see now, as well as with Sugriv, he sinks into grief many times, but he always comes out of it. And I think that's also a learning. Last time we spoke about how Sita came back from her lows. This time we will see that Sri Ram also comes back from his lows. So does Sita, and so does Hanuman. So yes, it is natural for us to be emotional at times, to get overwhelmed. But the lesson of the Ramayana is that we can always come back and overcome and channel our emotions into purposeful action. Essentially, Ram said, Yani sma ramaniyani taya sah bhavanti me tanyeva aramaniyani jayante me taya vina. Whatever was endearing, joyful for me when Sita was with me has no joy, means nothing to me now that she is not here. Sri Ram was also worried sick for Sita. How would she bear this ordeal of captivity? And he told Lakshman that Sita always stood by me. Even when I was sent into exile with nothing, she supported me. And even in exile, when I felt low, she would cheer me up with her pleasant words and beautiful smile. Sri Ram is again reminded, and he said, Vaidehya vakyamatulam kada shroshyami Lakshmana. O Lakshman, when will I hear Sita's sweet voice once again? I cannot live without her. If I don't see her, my life is meaningless. But if I can be with her, I will not wish for anything else in the world, not even Ayodhya. Sprihayeyam na Ayodhyayai. This first sarga of the Kishkinda Kand by the banks of Pampa is a very long one. And Valmiki is telling us again and again about Sri Ram's longing for Sita. I think it's absolutely clear. Maharishi Valmiki is telling us, let there be no doubt about how dearly Sri Ram loved Sita. But his longing was turning into despair. And you'd asked before, what was Lakshman's role? He came in right here. He told Ram, pull yourself up. This is not who you are. You cannot grieve like this. We have to focus on doing. I will find Ravan. We will get Sita back. And this is what pulled Ram out of his, despair. And the two came towards Rishyamukh mountain looking for Sugriv.